See, second hour, Bass after putting in, he actually put in more than 7.5 hours. He's just being modest about all the hard work. We have a very, very special show and a guest, and something you need to learn about, because if you want to know about local sports and have everything, knowledge of anything from boxing to basketball to football, baseball, softball, soccer, you need to talk. And we've got a very special guest. The segment's called Summertime. And Summer Sturgis, who produces, directs, does all kinds of nice things for Worthy Road Studios. Paul is here, and we are now Facebooking live, right, Paul? And Paul, that mic's live. Tell them how they can get Facebook live, if you can do it, or maybe Summer's mic's closer.
Worthy Road Studios.
Yeah, you just go to Worthy Road Studios.
See, Summer knows everything.
Facebook page. Well, I'm getting there.
I am so impressed with her.
I learn from the best.
Now, Summer, I'm going to let you handle this. We've got a ton of games, and you are involved in quite a few of these games and stuff.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I say the name Summer so many times that I could actually leave two other people's names out. We'd have it all covered. But go ahead and tell the fans what they can get and what they can see and where they can see it. We've got a lot of good places.
Yeah, well, you can always see them archived on YouTube for one thing. But if you want to watch the games live as they're being streamed, a Facebook, or with FHU, you go to their, I think it's FHU Go
FHU Lions.
Go FHU Lions, and they have theirs on their own website. But for Jackson Christian and Peabody and all that, I think it's on Facebook, right? For all of those, and then they're always archived to YouTube. So also, but for Union, that's
to their website.
That's to their website also. So these colleges are just to their own website.
But it'll be on YouTube.
But yeah,
our YouTube.
They will be on YouTube. So, but we have something pretty exciting, Coach Joe, coming up at Jackson Christian, don't we?
Man, yeah, I'm all excited. Well, we've already had one exciting game, and I've got to give this young lady credit. She bailed me out. First of all, we didn't have enough room, and we didn't have a color man. We had a very good broadcast. The pictures were better than the announcer was,
No.
and she directed. And this is an odd situation, because sometimes, no matter how you place the cameras, seeing first base is a little bit tough, because the press box is not behind the home plate. Right. It's not even behind the bleachers in the center. It's over on the right-hand side of first base there. And Summer did a great job of getting you the picture so you could see people thrown out at first and foul balls caught. Matter of fact, Holt, the first baseman from Jackson Christian, you got that shot of her making that outstanding catch in the last inning, which helped snuff out a little rally there. But you can see that kind of directing out of Summer. But tell them what else we got this week. And this one's kind of a surprise, because we had some rain yesterday.
We sure did. So we have a game that's going to be on Friday with Jackson Christian versus Northside. And to my delight and surprise, we're going to have Steve Beverly with the voice of the Eagles, Coach Joe, announcing. So.
And Steve's working with us a whole lot. In fact, you've already
I think he's going
done
to start
some stuff with him.
Yep. I've worked with him at Union. He's amazing.
Oh, he is. Steve
He is stand-up
consummate
guy
pro.
also.
And if he ever asked you about Bill Cullen, you tell him that he was a sportscaster before he was a game show host.
Okay.
You know, Steve knows sports trivia besides game show trivia.
I've heard he's very knowledgeable with everything about the television, honestly, and sports. He's very quick, and he's really amazing. He helped me. I know when I first started directing, one of my very few, after Jackson Christian, I went to Union and did a couple there, and he was very informative and helpful with telling me, because it's wild when you first start, especially at Union, and it was really crazy. But he's always been so helpful and really wonderful. So I'm really excited about him joining the team at Jackson Christian.
And he is really good. Boy, people are saying they love your voice over here too. They said, Coach, why don't you get Summer to do play-by-play and you direct? She could.
No.
I can't direct. Trust me on that. It takes a talent. Not everybody has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
And while we're doing that, and I know I'm interrupting this a little different than Bass does this, what's your favorite thing about directing?
My favorite thing about directing? I think my favorite thing is that it just doesn't feel like work, first of all, and every game is completely different. So you never know what to expect, and you never know what's going to happen. it's just so much fun. I just love it. But that's probably my thing. Is just it's always different.
And I just got this on my phone.
I love the energy from it.
Yeah,
you know,
they said,
and
what?
the people I work with.
and this may get you in trouble with Paul, me asking this, but I'm honest with you. I read the text as they come in. They want to know, what would you add to the broadcast? Well, we keep adding stuff all the time.
Yeah.
You got anything you thought of in addition? And folks, she's got shots galore. We could, even if worse came to worse, and that's not a good way to say it, we could do split screen if we had to. We even got the batters' names up there on the screen now, right?
Yeah, we sure do.
And I'm gonna give her credit for that.
No, well, I tell you what, I'm excited about the next game. The first game is always really kind of crazy because it's a new setup and it's all new. You know, I mean, it's not just the setup in the press box, but it's the cameras, where they're at, and just the layout of everything. You know how that goes, Coach Joe. But I'm really, I mean, what I would change different is just, Paul always makes fun of me because he's like, the more I can add, the happier summer is. And that is the truth. It's just like, I love it. But I love putting the batter's name on there. I love more cameras, the happier I am. I love the different shots that I like for the game viewers that are watching it to get, you know, views of different plays and everything that they really almost wouldn't get even if they were at the game.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
We don't, and I say we, I don't have anything to do with Paul and Summer and Gary, and there's a whole bunch of people that do camera work for us, Jamie, etc., like that. We don't ever do anything with just one set wide angle camera.
Sir,
You're going to get multiple shots, and you get to see things up close and personal, don't you?
Yeah, and I think we're actually I think we're talking about bringing a replay in also for, I know football for sure, of course.
Oh, Summer did a great
we're
job
talking
with that
about doing that for
replay.
baseball too.
Friday
we
night.
got to work on the replay with her over at Tipton Rosemont, and what a great addition, man! People love those replays.
Oh yeah, it makes a huge difference, you know, and I think it's a necessity.
We'll have it Friday night.
We'll have it Friday night, he says.
Friday night we're going to have it. Wow!
Yeah.
And Steve will be working as far as commentating on replays, and probably before it's over with. Correct me if I'm wrong. Steve's going to add some special features of his own because he's such a good guy interviewing and doing things like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would not expect anything less from Mr. Steve Beverly, honestly. You know, he's always just got something always to bring to the table.
Yeah. And I owe you an apology. Moose just texted me and said, I interrupted you going through the schedule for the week.
No, I haven't even started. No, we kind of went on to another. I've been so excited
I was
about
getting those texts and stuff. Man, that's great that we're drawing text and everything.
Oh, yeah. No, but I can go ahead and do the announcing of, you know, what's coming up. So as you know, Friday we're going to have Jackson Christian versus Northside, and that's going to be Coach Joe and Steve Beverly will be announcing that one. Then on Friday also we have Peabody versus McKenzie, and Chris will be directing that one, and I'm not sure the announcers on that.
Andrew,
that's right. Andrew, have you heard him?
Yes, Andrew.
Part of the Peabody crew. He's really awesome too.
He gets
I
better
listen to
every
him.
time he goes out.
He's a good cameraman too.
I mean he can do, and he does all the media on social media. So I mean he's very talented. They're all those boys at Peabody. I'm telling you, Paul has really taken them and they have just soared with everything that they do. So Monday on the 25th, we have FHU softball versus Shawnee State. And then on Monday also, we have Jackson Christian versus Tipton Rosemont. Then we have, on Tuesday, we have FHU softball versus Shawnee State for the second game, game 2. Then on that Wednesday, Paul will be at Union University versus Wichita Baptist. Is that how you pronounce that? Ouachita. Okay.
Yeah,
and then on April 1st, on that Friday, we have FHU softball versus Lindsey Wilson. And then for game 2, we'll be on that Saturday with Lindsey Wilson.
Lindsey Wilson, that's going to be a knockdown drag out.
I know it, man.
And you get to work with the infamous Ray Pack.
I sure do. He's just great. Yeah, he's awesome. He's so much fun. And the girls on that softball team, they're doing quite exceptionally well. You know, they're still undefeated. So
yeah, softball doing well. They're ranked number 3 I believe,
now,
in the nation. The men's baseball team, which you also direct their games too. And of course, Michael is doing those games, and he is a young man. He's a student, ministerial student, and he's really doing well.
He is. I love Michael. Like he blew me away the first time he announced a basketball game at Fred Hardman, and I was like, and he's got a cool story of how he even started, but from a young age, I think it's just been in him to be an announcer and broadcasting, so, in sports.
Now, I'm used to the maestro, and we call it the cheaper seats when I'm doing it, because Bass is a higher priced talent than I am. What have we left out? We're bound to have left something out that we need to talk about.
I will say one thing.
Listeners and subscribers. That's what we get.
One thing is that Paul has added Ball Game Blitz on Instagram and Twitter, so you can go to Instagram and Twitter and see everything the Ball Game Blitz has going on and the games and all that. So you can subscribe and join that. He said that, what is it, in the past, it's over 200,000.
So far this year on Facebook.
So far this year on Facebook, yeah. It's really, what do you think about it, Coach Joe? Don't you think it's just, what is going on with this?
Oh, it's taking off. Streaming is the way of the future. That's the reason radio stations and Worthy Road Studios works hard with 101.5, and they've got, like for Jackson Christian, they got this little bar that says Jackson Christian, and you click on it, and guess what? You can see Jackson Christian sports, and you can see our show from Hub City Deli also.
I know. I'm excited. Yeah.
You're gonna try to come and do some of those with
sure
us?
am.
Oh,
I tell you, I have
good.
an old friend. Peter is an old friend that runs Hub City, and I'm telling you couldn't get a better guy. He is a really awesome guy. And so Chef Peter Thomas, that's right.
And Peter, don't forget to let me know when the Piggy Sue comes back sandwich. That's my favorite. They got other good ones like the Cuban, the brisket's great. There's nothing bad there, but those are three of my favorites. And I didn't mean to do an ad, but he does advertise with us, so I don't have to send him a rate sheet. And the views in the last 48 hours amazed me. How many of those have we got? I kind of glanced at it, but it's bigger than I thought it was.
Close to 4,500. It's just nuts. Yeah.
It's effective.
It's very effective. Yeah. Like you said, I just think that it's really, as a Topol, like he's really, not that they were bad before, but I think he's really stepped up his game and what the broadcasts look like, and adding more things like replays and, names and extra cameras and amazing announcers. Not that there wasn't before, they were always there, but it's just putting all of that together is so dynamic.
Absolutely.
For the broadcast.
The subscriptions, the people that's watched 5,200 hours in the last 28 days, and we've got it on Facebook and stuff, and I can see sometimes Paul producing maybe like a sports trivia show or something, because the Ball Game Blitz does a lot of things. Paul produces and directs too, and we forget that he is the founder of Worthy Road Studios.
Let me tell you, when just at Jackson Christian, when we were just there the other night, he is such an amazing executive producer that if there's anything that goes wrong with the camera, if there's anything that goes wrong with the computer, like Jamie can't stop what he's doing with the camera, you know what I mean? Yeah. And do anything to almost go fix another camera or anything like that. And I can't, if something even happens like with sound or with the computer or camera, I can't stop and do anything. So to have Paul, be able to do all of that, if anything happens, it is so amazing, because nobody knows it better than him. Absolutely. Anyways, you know what I mean? So it just happens perfectly.
Folks, don't let Summer pass all the glory, though. She has done a great job, and she has made Coach Bullard and I both look better. And when she worked on the football broadcast, Wesley and I looked and sounded a whole lot better. Man, we got those replays. I'm still back at Tipton Rosemark, and I believe we've got that baseball game to do next week.
Yeah, we sure do.
I'm a week ahead, but
that'll be next
Friday night.
28th. Yeah.
You, I, Steve Beverly, we're gonna be there.
Yes,
Paul will be there. Cameraman will be there.
The trailer.
The two teams will be there.
The trailer's set up.
The trailer. Oh yeah, we broadcast out of a mobile studio is what I call it. It looks good. I got my picture taken in it last year, and it was spread all over the country, and made me look better than I am. Can y'all think of anything before we have to in this segment that I have left out? Because like I said, Bass usually does it. He's worked over 7.5 hours. He didn't tell the
Yeah,
complete
I
truth.
know.
He's worked over 8 hours today.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I hope he has some well-deserved rest, and I appreciate the 46 and 2.
Oh, that's good.
Want to let him
Now,
know that.
that's
That
another
puts a
thing.
smile on my
Summer
face.
is an aficionado of music.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
knows her stuff there. And while she's doing all this wonderful stuff, guess what? She's taking college courses too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She works hard. What's the old song? She works hard for the money, or something like that. I forgot what group did that. Bass would know better than I
You
would.
probably would. I'm not sure who did it.
That's one of them. That's just like somebody sent in for the Joe Biden theme today. It should be "I'm a Loser" by the Beatles. And see, I know a little bit, but I have to go back into the '60s and '70s
That's okay.
to take care of that. I have a
Start off
tradition.
with
It is your turn for your final statement.
Uh,
Anything you want to say? We got my friend in Kuala Lumpur just tuned in. I found out. I just got
really?
a text. Yes.
Wow. Well, no, I'm super excited about everything and just can't wait. I mean, I think it's like reached its peak, and then I'm just blown away again with like how much fun and how awesome the people that I work with are, and just I'm telling you, the whole dynamic of everything. So I'm happy and can't wait until next year and
Now,
on after that.
Some of you people let me know if you want Summer to do some play-by-play over at Jackson Creek. Moose wants you to say hi, Moose, to him also.
Hi, Moose.
There he is. The
So
Moose
glad you're
says,
listening.
but you better send me a nice text about that. Tell you what we have got to do. We've got to take a time out. When we come back, we'll go back to the phone lines, and then we've got a young man, D'Angelo Jones, supposed to call in, who signed a scholarship. I've just learned that Northside got another scholarship. Just like you're directing, super job again, and doesn't she have a nice voice? Paul Schultze, Facebooking and working all the time. He's waving at y'all too. But we're going to take that time out, and when we come back, more of the cheap seats.
Thank you, Coach Tracy.
Oh.